All right, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another Global Labs patch notes reading. So this came out today, May 10th, and I'm going to be reading this for the first time and yeah, just see what's coming up in the next week or two. So why is this important? Because a lot of this is on the test server, right? And then it comes to the live server within generally 2 weeks or so. And sometimes they make announcements on major upcoming things so you can know what to prepare for in advance. So I think it's good to actually check out these every now and then, and that's why we're going to be reading them. And if you want to read it, it's basically on the official Global Labs notes, but I'll leave a link in the description for you as well. Also, this was translated, or Google translated, from Korean, so I'll try to make it make sense if some things don't add up. But anyway, let's go through this together, and this every Friday is basically when new notes come out. So let's see what's happening. A processing formula has been added to create Deboreka rings using 100 Stars of Oblivion. What we knew from that before was we're getting new, well, not new, but revamped grind spots, the Arias Limbo, and I believe that's going to be dropping the new Stars of Oblivion or equivalent, and people are going to be able to craft Deboreka accessories in general by these. So I think that's overall a good thing. The Arias Trial in English, or the NA version, is called Arias Limbo. The place in the, what was it? Not the Morning Light land of, let me actually just go look that up. I know it's the icy snow zone that's like there's literally no reason to be there. But yeah, Mountain of Eternal Winter. That place. It was such a good zone. It's just there's no reason to be there after you get your Deboreka, which is something a lot of the older zones, like after you get the main thing in there, there's no reason to be there, and the grind spots are not so great. So I'm glad this is getting buffed. So Blessing of Oblivion icon, it looks like these. I'm like, okay. Very cool. I assume that each one can be crafted into something else, like each of the Deboreka accessories. The following improvements have been made to the Arias Limbo progression. You can check the vitality of the monsters in the trials. Gold, bulletin, cool. So basically the way it works now, Arias Limbo is kind of dead content simply because the way to enter is you would have to grind some of the other spots to get into the area, and you get the witch's token thingy that's very rare to drop. I actually have a video on it back when I was grinding for my Deboreka helmet. So it's kind of like, I'm glad they're making it a more common thing so people can get in regularly. So that's cool. The Tomb of Sleeping Thoughts, Crypt of Resting Thoughts for all of us on the American servers, has been added as a hunting ground for the Token of Forgotten Oblivion, witches tokens, as we all know, where you can obtain Deboreka rings, coming out soon. Accordingly, adventures for the Crypt of Resting Thoughts can obtain the Deboreka belt and also tokens for the ring. So Crypt of Resting Thoughts, oh no, we gotta go grind there again. I actually thought I was done with that place ever since I got my belt and I got the merchant ring piece. I'm like, oh my god, I never have to grind there again. Now, here we are. So, if you didn't like Crypt of Resting Thoughts, that sucks. You're back there again. If you did like it, very cool. Ishra Rahid Plateau. I think that's either this is a new area or this is the Israhid Highlands in the Ulakita area, where monsters appear frequently. The acquisition rate is somewhat higher than the hunting ground, so basically like the Ulakita area, it's probably higher rate to get it than other ones, but they're looking at it. This being adjusted to be similar. Dekia Olins and the Dekia Turos. The probability of obtaining the hunting grounds have increased. Cool. So they're basically saying they want to make it equalized in more different spots. That way there's no like singular focused area, which I think is a good thing. All right, so crypto vesting thoughts. A hunting ground where you can get the tokens. For Arias Limbo. They're adding a new job. You collect 100, you turn it in. Very cool, right? Yeah. Dark Seeker's Retreat. When the dark energy begins to overflow, countless dark followers, gravity, screaming. Okay. What is this trying to say? They're nerfing the Dark Seeker's drop rate by 20%. Admittedly, I haven't been there since the first 2 weeks of this being out because I was going for my outdoor shoes, and then once I was done, there was no reason for me to ever do that again. Basically, they're telling you rates that aren't even on Glow or live servers yet, but that's cool. Gray Forest, Ash Forest. They return to their normal spot when you go away, so leashing has been decreased. Very cool. Actually, that's a good change, to be honest. But anyone who's grinded Ash Forest or Dekia Ash Forest knows that grouping is kind of hard if you're on most classes. So I'm glad that like if you can group them and then you don't go too far, they'll just go back to their normal spot. Believe it or not, that sounds like a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. All right, so everything else here is basically knowledge and stuff. So let's see. Well, the Black Iron Tooth Suppression 1, 2, 3 quest in progress. The quest conditions have been changed so that the goal can. Oh, this sounds like ocean content because I don't. The Black Iron Tooth. The only iron thing I know is like one of those iron ones in the ocean or Margoria, but I'm not actually 100% sure on that. Well, I guess Predator of the Sea clarifies that. Very cool new titles and ocean knowledge that I had no idea was an issue getting fixed. Very cool. Arandora's call explaining how to. Oh, okay. So this one is exchange, or the description is being changed on how to turn your black star into a godder. I have a video of that if you're interested. Basically, they're making it easier and like more streamlined for newer players. I think this is a good thing. I have an entire video talking about like, is it worth going from black star to godder, especially with the new guaranteed enhancing system, like the pity system, basically. So if you want to watch that, that's very cool. But other than that, like if you're going for a pity pen black star, it's probably better off to keep it that way instead of going the godder route. But if you want like incremental progression, I don't think it's a bad idea to go godder. But if you just want like huge bonuses from Tet to pen, just stay black star. Okay, so background and NPC effects, quality of life, automatic movement from the capital of Valencia to Histria. So I think this is something that happened in the past few months. You know how they've introduced Dekia, like Valencia spots like Histria, Akhman, and Pilaku. What is it? The other one. Sulfur Mine. I don't know if you had to have the compass to have the auto path, which would make sense, but I've already had my compass since all of this came out, but apparently they're making it easier. All right, so conquests, node wars, and sieges, basically. Join button. Previously, the territory would participate was not confirmed. The participation would not be pressed until 15 minutes before. Basically, yesing up in guild. Improvements so that guild/alliance members can press the application button for participation in node wars in advance. I think that's a good thing. After applying to participate in a node war, you can apply to participate in the node war in advance for the one of the 2 node war servers in that group. I know over the past month or 2, they made an announcement saying they want to actually revamp the entire node war system and Siege, I believe. So I think this is a step in the right direction, so you can like yes up in advance for multiple ones, I think. So I think that's a good thing. It allows people to just sign up and then not have to worry about it again. Node War application results displayed 15 minutes before the start of the war. Basically, did you get accepted or not? 15 minutes in advance. Sure. When the node war begins, Adventure's belongings guild participants will be randomly moved to one of the resurrection coordinates. So basically, if you've never done a node war before, it's like you go to wherever the fort is placed, right? And then if you die somewhere, there's X amount of resurrection points. So you get to pick it now. Cool. Node war status widget. During the base war, the durability of the fortress has been improved to display the base war participation. Oh, that's cool. Basically, I think right now it's just like a bar, and then it has your fort's life on it. So now it has multiple things. That's actually really cool. I like it. It's very good. Node war fortress occupation. During the base war, when temporarily occupying a base, holy words, the family name of the adventurer who successfully captured it. Does this mean like the person who last hit the fort and destroyed it gets like the name shown? I don't think that really matters, but cool. When the base war ends, everything returns to normal, activated in the upper right corner. Okay. Base war has been changed to stop immediately after end. Cool. Ooh, participation reward conditions. This is actually important because I've always told people the rewards for doing node wars is pretty decent. Like, especially if you're like a low tier 1, tier 2 guild. You still get a decent amount just by participating. So over the past year, they've changed the conditions for rewards. And so I kind of want to see what this one is. Apparently they're changing it again. Participation rewards obtained when all the KD of all allies is 100 or more. I don't think that changed, actually. That, like, it used to be 50, like between the entire guild, 50 total kills and deaths combined. Now it's 100. I don't even think that's a lot either. So what got added? Or what changed? Records the kills while boarding like weapons and like ballistas and everything, hawachas and whatever, flame towers are not included. Yo, this was counted before? I didn't even know that. Okay. Apparently it's just player versus player kills and not like flame tower kills. Interesting. I guess it makes sense, but I didn't think that was an issue enough for them to change it. But whatever, it is what it is, I guess. Someone must have posted a montage on YouTube where some streamer did where they got like 8 kills off a flame tower, and then Perlibus saw that. I'm like, wow. That's the only reason why I can think they changed that. I didn't think it was a big deal. If you can get like 10 kills on a flame tower, I think you're doing great. Just doing something right. If there's only one participating guild in the territory where base war is taking place, the base war has been changed immediately to end, even if the fortress is not occupied. I thought that's how it always went. Like if you're the only one that, or the only guild that placed, you just automatically win. I thought that was always how it worked, to be honest. I've definitely been in guilds where we've won by default because no one else placed. But I guess, like, do you still get the rewards of that? I think so. I have no idea. When using Alt-C, basically to flag on people, making an attack then cause them to fall out from a horse can... The decrease in propensity value has changed. What does this... Are we talking about karma? Or are we talking about life? Fixes and changes. Abyss 1 to Magnus. When returning to the Magnus, an issue where the player did not immediately move from the return location has been fixed. All of these are just like story stuff and from what I'm skimming through. But anyway, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We got a new idea of what's coming out soon. I think the highlights of these notes were Arias Limbo reworked, and the Deboreka rings are coming soon, and all the places where we can get them. So I think this is overall a good thing. Hopefully for all of you at endgame wondering, hey, what do I do now? I'm 760 gear score. Well, we got some new content coming soon. So with that said, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a quick like. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. I would love to see you come back, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Peace.